Excitement turned into disappointment this morning when NASA scrubbed the launch of the Artemis 1 rocket. The long-awaited launch scrubbed because of a fuel leak and an engine problem as well as weather. Now, to explain what goes into making a call like this, we're joined live with WRAL contributor and NASA ambassador Tony Rice. Tony, thank you so much for joining us. To start things off, tell us a bit about this mission. People may be wondering, what is Artemis 1? What's its purpose?
So it's going to the moon, and it's the very first mission we've had in over 50 years heading back to the moon. So its purpose is to verify all of this hardware and the Orion capsule that is a crew-rated capsule to take the first man or first woman and the next man back to the moon. So it's set on about a 40-day mission to go orbit the moon, check out all of these systems, and also send a number of science missions there as well.
And the launch delay, it really reminds us just how tough space launches are, not just from a weather standpoint, but also from a technological one. So talk a little bit about today's challenges and the role they played on scrubbing the mission.
So it all started last night around 11 o'clock, leading into the midnight hour when we were planning on starting to tank the spacecraft, and that's loading literally 750,000 gallons worth of propellant there. And there's a number of criteria that have to be met. A lot of it has to do with the weather. Temperatures have to be right. And in this case, they had to wait about an hour for a thunderstorm to move out of the air. There was a threat of lightning. So once that was over, the tanking started and was moving along okay, moving from a slow fill that brings everything into the right temperatures to prevent leaks. As they moved into a fast fill, they discovered a leak in the connector between that piping that's bringing the liquid hydrogen in and the rocket itself. Slowed down a little bit, got everything to the right temperatures, and was able to fill the rocket to both the liquid hydrogen and the liquid oxygen to the full amounts. That moves into the period of getting the engines ready for launch. And that also involves circulating cold fuel through there. So you don't have that shock. We're talking about 400 degrees below zero, some of these fuels are. And that's when the problem was found. There's 4 engines on the SLS rocket. They're all former space shuttle engines. Number 3 engine there just wasn't quite cooperating. The team tried several times to get it into a configuration where it would work, but ultimately the launch had to be scrubbed.
And just for the people who are curious about the next available window, when exactly is that again?
So the next available window is on Friday at 12:48 in the afternoon. Now we'll know in the next couple of days whether that launch window makes sense or not while the team works out this technical issue with the engine.
All right, NASA Ambassador Tony Rice live via Zoom. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.